one. Hey guys, you're watching one and only. My name is AJ. Welcome back to another episode of Cities Skylines. This is episode 7. Something that I haven't showed you that I actually really was excited about telling you since the beginning of the series was the cars that we've got here. I know it's not such a huge deal, but check out some of these cars. We've got a BMW. We've got, come on frame rate. We've got like a VW Sprinter van. We've got an old Mercedes. We've got a Mini. These are the ambulances. These are British ambulances that we have in our country. In some areas. There's a standard car, Ford Focus. London taxi cab going about. There's a Nissan Skyline, like the original GTR model. There's all sorts. There's Lamborghinis. There's the police cars. British, New York NYPD. They're pretty old style NYPDs by the looks, but I really like the look of them. Police vans as well. Look, how cool is that? TNT van. That's what is it, like a delivery company, I think? I'm not quite sure what it is. There's the old style ambulance. I've got a little bit of frame rate in the city here. Ford, like a F-150 maybe or something like that. Big old truck. Audi R8. Really cool. Mustang. I love it. BMW X5. VW Golf. I think that might even be the Mark 6 model. I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, really, really cool to see. A little yellow taxi cab as well. It's brilliant. I absolutely love the look of it. But today, I want to do some crazy stuff. In fact, I've already gone ahead and done a little bit of crazy stuff because I didn't want to get embarrassed by doing terraforming on camera. I'm not the greatest at it, so I tend not to do it on camera, at least at the moment, until I get better. But over here, when I zoom out, I have removed a large quantity of land that needs to be smoothed off a little bit. Let's just get this bigger, just to not make that edge quite as abrupt. It looks a little bit glitchy almost, didn't it, of how abrupt it was. That's better for the moment. That'll be tweaked. So you can see exactly where the river used to run around here, and then you can see where the fields are. I think these trees will eventually die off. If they don't, we can just remove them by hand, no problem. And we can't see the different shades of green underneath the water, which is fabulous. I was a little bit nervous about doing that, but the reason why I did this, AJ, why did you take out a huge chunk of the river? Well, the reason is actually quite simple. We don't have an ocean in our city. We only have this river that goes through the middle of it. And what I wanted is, have you ever seen, how would I say it, like it's like a pond. And then you have houses around the outside, and you have little docks where the boats are, and they park up, and you know what I mean? Like, I don't know the exact word for it, but it's like a boat dock area, a large boat dock. That might even be a little bit too big. You can see how much the water level has dropped, because the water used to be at this height, and it has actually dropped it down. It's even dropped this river down here. And when I initially done it, it actually changed the flow of the river, so the pollution came down and then up here, because it sort of pulled the water. It's very, very strange. But what I have done is I put down a load of the pollution sucker-uppers. What are they're called? Water treatment plants, pollution sucker-uppers, to try and get rid of this yellow water, which seems to be working slowly. It's sort of slowly stopping it, getting rid of this horrible yellow stuff. That would hopefully dissipate. That might be a little bit too big. I'm not 100% sure yet. We should just have to wait and find out. It's very hard to tell the scale of things at this stage in the game. Obviously, as you can see, that's the main part of the city, and this is huge, so it looks like it's going to be way too big. It might have been better just to have this part of it, but we'll wait and see. The other part that I've done is this. Now, it is just a rough mountain at the moment. It will be changed over time, and I think this is the actual highest that we can do. I was trying to get the mountain higher than this, but it just doesn't go up any higher. Like, nothing will make it go up. Ooh, it does go up higher. Wonderful. I actually wanted it a little bit higher than what it was. But I've just been sort of slowly teasing this off camera, trying to get something that looks a little bit natural. Obviously, at the moment, it's not perfect. It looks very rough and jaggedy at the moment. But you need to start off somewhere, and I haven't really used the terraform tool an awful lot on this series, on this game. To be honest, we never really used it on Season 1 because we found it a little confusing in a lot of parts, to be fair. But I'm starting to get the hang of how it works and how it wants us to use certain bits. But think GTA. If any of you have ever played GTA 5 especially, but I think any of the GTA maps have had mountains in them in the past, think of that with, if we could get chairlifts, it would be cool. But imagine chairlifts on there. Imagine a bike trail, you know, a BMX or a mountain bike trail. It wouldn't be BMX, would it? But think about a mountain bike trail that goes around and up, wiggles its way up with a really twisty, winding road. I also want a village on the top here. Nothing to really do with the town or with the city itself. I want to try on this series to actually create multiple villages and towns around the area. It could look really, really cool. I really like that little top bit. That looks very, very nice. It does take a lot of touching up. It takes a very long time, in fact, just to get a natural looking mountain. It still looks very user generated at the moment. Like, I'm really not pleased with it, but the more you smooth it off, the more these rocks appear, the more natural it looks. And we can slowly sort of tease our own walkways up like this, roughly, something like this. And we sort of do this. Let's have this sort of smoothed out here, and then you'll go around, smooth this out, and you sort of get where a road could potentially come up onto it. Do you know what I mean? As long as it didn't look too steep. But yeah, there's some possibilities there. But what I want to do is do things with these districts. Districts are going to look really, really cool on this world. If I let's get a small one, like here, for example. This is going to be the perfect place for our first district. We just color in this as close to perfect as possible. That was a weird color it went. Why has it gone all like that? Is this two different districts? Or is it this all one? Yeah, it's two different districts. Oh, yeah, of course it would be. Because I started at a different section, didn't I? Oh, shoot. I need to come down here. That way. And then come from there. Yeah. Now we're not going to be creating two different districts, are we? Okay, wonderful. No, 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 no. I've done it again. Shoot. You guys know what I mean. Come on now. You probably don't know what I mean, in fact. Come on now. This is the one. We're just going to do it all with this size tool. No. Don't go off the road. That deleted an awful lot. I literally had so much trouble trying to do that as a district. I had to cut it out. I do apologize. But we can rename this. I think an appropriate name for this area would be Central Park. I think that's what everybody calls the middle of a city. So we'll call that Central Park. And then what I need you guys to do in the comment section below is to give me some ideas for other district names. So like this district. Oi. This district for the moment we'll just leave default. But I want you guys to come up with the district names for all of the places. So I don't mind if it's a little bit rough in some sections here. Can I go with a bigger? I can't. Yep. Let me just do this. No, 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 no. Why is it on the off district? This is getting so annoying. I absolutely hate this district tool right now. Big one. There we go. Alright, fill this in. See, at the moment, this is called what was it? Fairview Heights? Yeah, Fairview Heights. But the cool thing is when we back right out, we're going to be able to see all of the different areas. And what I want to do is actually make separate villages around the outskirts and have their own names for that. So they'll have their own road going to a separate village outside our city. Be really, really cool. However, first thing that we must do, or that I want to do, is put down Wayne's Manor. We saw this last episode, and I've waited more than long enough to try and or to put it down. What I need is I might use a pedestrian road, right? Because there's a reason behind this. Number one, it's going to Wayne's Manor. Okay, it's going to Batman's house. We don't want normal cars going up it, and on a pedestrian road, normal cars can't drive on them. In addition to that, the police, or Wayne's Manor, is actually a police station. I hit my mic, I'm sorry. And because it's a police station, police cars can use pedestrian roads. It says in the description here, they offer access to pedestrians that can be used by public surface vehicles, aka fire engines, police cars, ambulances, hearses I expect as well. So we can actually use that as a road that's going to have no traffic apart from what actually needs to go up there. That's going to be absolutely wonderful for it. And I think this little plateau here would be perfect for Wayne's Manor. I keep nearly saying Burns' Manor. I might have actually said it. I don't know. But we need to flatten this area out for Wayne's Manor to go on. I like that. Let's put a little road down so we can actually place as Wayne's... I nearly said Burns. Wayne's Manor on it. In the police area. Okay, look at the size of that. Look at that. Let's go on the floor. Where am I? Oh, yeah. Oh, I really like that. Is there his back cave? Can we see his back cave anywhere? I'm so fast. I can't see his back cave. Maybe like a bit of the wall would open up. I don't really watch a lot of Batman, so I'm not 100% sure how exactly it works. What we need to do is actually get... I want a winding road that comes down to the bottom here. Now, this is going to be easier said than done because I really am not... Woo! I'm really not the best terraformer in the world. So let me just rough that up a little bit, or smooth it off, not rough it up, and maybe use this tool, bring it down. What we need to do is we need to slowly, very, very slowly try and drop the terrain down in order to get a road that would be able to go down here. The last thing that I want to do is have bridges going up the mountain. I think they look terrible when we see that. I don't mind bridges going over lakes, but I just don't like them going up a mountain. We've got one exact one that I'm talking about at the train station at the moment when we were doing the airport. I really, really dislike how that looks. But if the road can go down here, it would look so perfect. I'm not actually... Look at that. I'm not actually going to smooth it off. I think the road itself should do a pretty good job of smoothing it off. I think that's how they work. Why is my road so far off the cursor? Look at that. Why is it up here? Let me try and reset it. No? Alright, then we're doing it from up here then. Okay. I really don't want it to go to a bridge. But yeah, it's sort of self-terraforming this road for me. Oh, this might be a little bit too sharp. Oh no, it's doing it. Oh no, that is way too sharp. Look at that. I don't think even the Batmobile could make it up there. Pretty versatile vehicle, but going up pretty much straight, flat sections of mountain might be a little bit too much for it. I don't mind bits of it being sharp because at the end of the day, it's a mountain. There are going to be some sort of sharper parts to it. That looks like it might be a little bit better. Let's drop it down here. Oh, no, I don't like that. Do I like that? Oh, yeah, I like that. I think that was okay. And then around here. Ooh. Yeah. We got it going now. There. And then wrap it around here. I don't mind that the corners are sharp. It's Batman that's going up here, no one else. Alright, and then I think we also have Gotham City's prison. I don't think that would look any good up here, but maybe we could have that somewhere else in the city. We need to try and get this a bit better. This is going so much better than I thought. If you think this is going badly, then you have too high expectations of me. That's for sure. Alright, perfect. That looks good. That looks good. It's exactly how I want it. I've got GTA mountains in my head, and that's just exactly the sort of thing that I want to try and do. That looks good. And the roads don't look too steep. They actually look really nice. And imagine putting some trees on here. You know, putting self-made, self-placed trees down here. You know, lining the place. It would look fabulous. And especially around the top there. Really, really nice. I really do like that. Needs a lot of touching up, but I think we're going to leave it like that for now. And I'm going to start on the top here with a very small, quaint, hopefully self-sufficient village. Hopefully it will actually sort of run all by itself. It won't need any help from the city. We're going to try and put everything it needs over here. And I think right on the top would be pretty cool. So we need to change our road. I want dirt roads up here because it's a very countryside, not suburban. We don't want tarmac roads up here. And this road, normal vehicles can go up here. It supports low traffic. And it's not going to be busy up here because it's only going to be a quaint, small little village. So let's just do a windy countryside style road out here. And then we'll do more straighter roads in the middle to be able to fit houses in. But this is sort of the perimeter of the village. Okay, and there's some buildings that I for sure know that I want to put down. For example, let's have a bit of a T-junction coming in here. And we'll have a church right in the middle of the village here. We've got a really old style church that we actually had on season 1. This one right here. I've already got it ready. Look, Neo-Romanesque church. It's a small one. I mean, it's nothing to the scale of the cathedral that we've got over there. It's a nice small countryside style church there. I think that looks beautiful for this area. And we might as well put a cemetery next to it, as we want this village to be self-sufficient. We want it to work on its own with nothing else but. It's got a nice little crypt in the middle there as well. Perfect. What else will we need? Well, we've got Wayne's Manor, but that's a long way for a police station, so we might as well put a very small police station out here as well. Should we get the roads laid out first? That would probably be a smarter idea. Now, as far as efficiency goes, as in squeezing the buildings in squares, that's not something that I want for this area. I want them to be very swooping roads. It's the countryside, they're meant to be really good roads to drive down, on a motorcycle and stuff like that. So I want very turny, very twisty roads. And a lot of T-junctions. There's always T-junctions. So we'll do something like this. And a lot of fields in between. If we can, I think we can actually make things look quite like fields just by lining them with trees. How there already is on our world, but without the color difference, unfortunately, because we can't put ore into the ground. That's just not an option. Alright, so we need power up here. Maybe we could power this entire village from wind turbines. Oh yeah, look at the wind up here. Yes, perfect. Let's have wind turbines. Why can't I put it there? Oh, the road's there? Oh, I see. So we'll have wind turbines around here. Hopefully, this will power the entire village by itself. And it looks so cool for an area like this as well, on top of the mountain. Absolutely perfect. So, power, done. Water. Maybe a problem. Maybe we could just draw off this. Yeah, because there's no lake around here. So we'll just have to draw it all the way up and put it along. That one long pipe might look a little bit weird for the moment, but imagine when we actually fill out the city, that pipe's going to be put to good use anyway. Alright, down here. Wonderful. It's got water, garbage dump. Now, what have we got up here? I wouldn't like to put a garbage dump, like, right in the middle, but maybe we can sort of drag one out down here somewhere. Yeah. Like, we drag it out. I don't want it to go to a bridge. No, we're going to have to terraform this out a little bit. Oh, that would be cool if the road can actually fit down that thin area. That would be amazing looking. How am I going to get that? Height too high. What do you mean height too high? Slope too steep is what it usually says. Hang on. It likes it there, but not there. Alright. No problem. More terraforming required. This mountain is going to be such a huge part of our city. Once we get it terraformed up, really nice though. The more touching up that we do here, the better it's going to look. But it is going to take a few episodes and over time to do it. We won't be doing it here every episode either. That's for sure. That'll get boring. I want to do more in the city next episode, I think. Alright, now will you let me... Down here? Yeah, perfect. Okay. Like this. Wrap it down here. And then around the side. And we'll have the garbage dump down here. I think that's nice and sort of far enough away, but still pretty central. Is that a garbage dump? It is, yeah. Just a landfill site. There. That's nicely out the way. We can surround it with trees and hide it up, and no one will even know it's there. Okay. Healthcare. I want a little one. We don't want nothing too big out here. Oh, that's a pretty cool one. I think that's sort of very countryside style. I think we should have like all of the stuff up the main strip and then have houses and farms around the outside. So we'll have a nice health clinic. Yeah, opposite the church. I've got my nearest tiny little doctor's surgery medical clinic near me is actually right opposite a church. So that sounds good. Fire station. We want a little one. Is this a tiny little one? Is this a tiny little one? That's a tiny little one. We should use a tiny little one on this side. And then a tiny little police station. Is that a small one? That's not bad. That's huge. That is huge, in fact. Police station. Yes! A nice little one. That looks very old style as well, doesn't it? Yeah, we're getting some really nice stuff for the area. I like that. That's perfect for the location. Okay. What else will we need? Schools. We need schools up here. Let's try and get a really old-looking primary school. That looks pretty good. Yes, that's perfect. Let's have this on the corner of the T-junction. So we've got an elementary school. I will have a high school up here as well. Not a university, though. Just a 5x5. That's a little bit big. High school. That's big. Is this high school? Old high school. It's pretty good for the area, I think. Mind you, it is large, isn't it? That's pretty large. They're all pretty big. This is the default one. That's the smallest one. I think I prefer to have this. Let's have it on that side of the T-junction. I like that. They've got so much potential here for some really nice things. Alright, and then we put some little houses and farms. Let's make it an agricultural area. To do that, we need to make it into a district, don't we? So let's make this into a district. Let's go a little bit wider than the road so the buildings will still be covered. We'll go out there a little bit as well. Fill this middle part in. Yeah, tractors, farms themselves. It would be perfect. Okay, we need to go to policies. Click on this one. And then make this... How do we do that? No, it's under here. Oh, no, we need to make it its own one, didn't we? Farming district. There we go. It worked. We've got a little tractor there now. Farming district. So any industrial that we have in the area is going to automatically be farms. So I think down this side will be a bit of a farming area. And they look beautiful. We had this on ZONO... Oh, no, ZONOcraft. On the Cities Skylines first season. I said ZONOcraft. And I kept the farms right until the end because they just looked fantastic. Let's have some up here. Let's have some down here. And some on this side. I'm doing this in a very... I know it looks like a strange way, but there is method behind the madness. It will look good, I hope, once we're done. Let's not have it next to the school, but let's have it around the back here. Like that. I don't want to go too crazy. We'll have this one. Because we need enough houses to be able to cover all of that. Low density, obviously. I think high density would not make any sense up on the mountain here. Let me zone all this up and I'll be back. Okay, so I've done some zoning. I haven't zoned all the spots because obviously this is actually a lot of people can potentially live up here. I've got some shops down the main high street here, like down the main central road. I think that's a great idea. And I've got a couple of shops down here just as extra ones, maybe like a fish and chip shop or a pub or something like that around the area would look great. We do though need to get a road, even if it's just a temporary one, up to this village. In fact, it looks like this down there, that looks like a perfect road area. Let's have it as this one. Let's come out here. We need to come down this one. That looks way too steep. Hold on. It won't take much to get this right, I don't think. I think we should be able to get this pretty quickly. There we go. That should be alright. We'll have another look. I'll probably cut away after this, or when I end this episode off, I'll probably go, you know what? What was I thinking with this road? And I'll redo it. But for now, it looks really, really nice, I think. Drop it down this way. We've sort of got a natural way down. Perfect. And then we just need to join it up to the highway. And you know what? We only need it going in one direction for the moment. Just to get cars coming up there at least. We will make a better entrance as well, and on and off and everything once we hook up the manor as well, and all that sort of business. It will all get there. It'll just take a little bit of time. We can't do everything all in one episode. Wow, we are like at the end though. Okay, let's hit play. And let's see what happens up here. Power should jump once we start getting houses being built. I feel like I'm missing something. Oh yeah, I wanted to make fields, didn't I? Can I get rid of all these trees? I should download the tree, or the better demolish mod. Apparently you can make it into like basically a brush that you can just delete all the trees with. So I've sort of got to go hover over every individual tree to get rid of them. But if we only do the inside, it shouldn't take us long for the moment. The houses are going up. Still says I've got no power because I've sort of started building from the wrong side. Just silly. But it should jump pretty soon. Okay, that'll do for the moment. Let's do some trees in this area. So, we need trees. I'm going to go with these type of trees, but not the tall ones. These are the huge ones. They're a little smaller. And they're a little smaller. I'm going to go with these ones. And will houses build on top of trees? Let me try it. Let me put a tree right there and see if they actually will just build and actually remove the trees. Because if they do, that'll actually be quite handy. Let's split this like this. And what we try to do is make natural looking fields. Yeah, that's going to look great. And down here. And down there. Imagine this. Oh, yes. That's going to look so good. Has that built over it yet? I'm on 9 times speed. It's just that we don't have a demand for residential and stuff. Which is why it's sort of building out this area. But we have no one living out here. Oh, it's quite the trouble. We sort of built this in a very strange looking way. Oh, there's some really cool new buildings though for this agricultural. Yeah, big old barns and stuff like that. We might have to leave this for a few episodes and just monitor it over time. That might be our best bet. But definitely some option here. Anyway, I am going to leave the episode here, guys. I'm afraid I'm going to continue this off camera. Hopefully sort of get all these fields done by next episode. I think next episode we're actually going to be concentrating on a very large industrial area in order to get our residential up so we can actually grow our population, you know, get some more houses down. But they're not going to grow without sorting the industrial problem out first. Oh, I see some vehicles coming up there. I need a train station up here too, don't we, for exporting these goods. So there definitely is a lot more that we need to do up here. Anyway, I shall show you the progress next episode. If you enjoyed it, hit that like button. If you haven't already, please subscribe. We shall see you in the next episode. Bye!